So welcome, ladies. I'm so glad that you're on. I typically like to have these calls when I have like groups of girls starting at the same time. And I really like that. Sometimes it doesn't always work out and you don't start on the same day, but I try as much as possible to get groups of girls started at the same time because it kind of connects you girls and makes you feel like you're not alone even more so. Although we do have a really good big group and they are on different schedules and doing different workouts, but it is a really good interactive group. So I definitely encourage you girls to be in there and post and ask questions. And that's your group. That's your forum to like whatever it is that you need. Just go in there. If you can't get in touch with me or if you can't, I do have you guys in the chat. Lupe, I don't think I put you in the chat. I might. Did I put you in that chat with the other girls? I don't think I did.
I got the link to the Warriors. Wait.
Oh, yeah, that's the page.
Okay, I think that was the only thing.
Okay. Because what I like to do also is set up mini chats.
Sorry.
That's okay. He's moving furniture.
I don't know what that was. What was that?
It's okay.
Sorry. I was like, whoa. That's what I said. I'm like, hold up. What's going on behind me?
I'm just really big on support. So I also like to create the chats so that I can have like quicker, access to you, especially you ladies like just starting, you're going to need a lot of support, right? So, Lupe, I might find someone to connect you with if you want that. Like, I like to also connect partners.
That sounds like a good idea. That's fine.
We'll talk about that. Okay, so I'm going to just touch up on a few really important keys in terms of making sure that you guys achieve your success. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, all right. So I took some notes. I just want to make sure that I touch up on everything. The first piece of this that's going to be really, really important in order for you guys to get your results is really your mindset. And I know that sounds like, okay, what is she talking about? You have to understand that we've come into this with a lot of maybe habits that we've already created. Habits of maybe eating late at night, or maybe, when we feel stressed or anxious, we'll turn to grabbing some crackers or carbs or, comfort foods. So this journey is really going to be more so than anything about the mindset. And not only are you making a decision, but the bigger piece of it is actually sticking to the commitment that you've made to yourself and to the group to make these changes in your life that we really ultimately want these changes to stick. That's why this is different from a diet. Like, I don't believe in diets. I have done diets in the past, but if you ladies are familiar, what tends to happen is that you regress to like old habits. Once you've lost that initial weight or once you've gone through that diet or whatever, it's like your mind kind of shifts to, okay, I can kind of go back to that. I can sneak a few little crackers here and there and I'll be all right. But we have to start to eliminate those kinds of thoughts. So I am going to recommend a few books. It's totally up to you guys if you want to tap into them. For me personally, I've tapped into what we call personal development. And personal development basically means anything that you tap into, whether it's an audio, it could be spiritual, it can be any kind of self-development book that you can tap into that is going to help build you up. Because a lot of times, a lot of our bad habits are connected to experiences, they're connected to our upbringing. It's a lot of different things that can play into that, right? A lot of different things. I know that for me personally, I'm a stress eater. If I'm anxious, if I'm stressed, if I'm happy, if I'm excited, I like sweets. And I understand that I'm I know addiction is it's a powerful word, but I almost feel like I'm addicted to like sugars and sweets because when I grab that stuff, I feel good.
Right.
So it really took time for me to break those habits because I had a habit of going to bed with a little small thing of ice cream or cookies in front of me every night. It was every night. And that was me, So it took me some time. I definitely had a lot of setbacks, but I made sure that I was really, really strongly connected, which that's part of the email that I sent you guys with the assignment, that I was very connected as to why this was important to me. Because that's really what's going to help push you past those times that you feel like you fall. Because you're going to fall. There's going to be a lot of times where you're going to feel like you failed, you know? But what's most important is just getting back up and just keep going and telling yourself that the changes that you're going to be making now, they have to be lifetime changes, not just temporary. And not telling yourself that you're going to try, but telling yourself that you're going to do it. And creating new habits that will take the place of those old habits, right? So if you feel like you're a stress eater, if you feel like you like to munch at nighttime, you're going to have to replace some of those habits with healthier habits. You know, like I had one of the girls who was estaba ansiosa with, she wanted to eat, and she says, I'm going to go take a walk. And she did it. You know, like whatever works for you. I can share some tips, you know, what works for me when I feel that way. But definitely, I want you to understand that this is a process of you getting to kind of relearn your body and pay really close attention. I know some people like to journal. I do recommend it, meaning like, you know, like a food journal, like just kind of keep track of what you're eating. Although, you know, the 21-day fix is good with that because you'll be able to keep track, right? And in the back of your meal plan, you will be able to print out tracking sheets, right? If you guys haven't already taken a look at it, but this is really, really good to print out and have a bunch of them. It's one per day, one of these per day. So that'll be a really good tool in order for you to keep track of what you're eating. But yeah, this is definitely going to be about breaking down your mindset to build yourself back up. And part of that is that we're going to be doing this together, right? So, you know, going into the group, making sure that that's your accountability there. So make a commitment to yourself that you're going to go into that group every day, no matter what you're going through. And, you know, once you make that decision to do that, to make a commitment to that, whenever you feel like you are kind of going off track a little bit, knowing that you have to go back to the group and knowing that you have to check in, it'll change, you know, it'll help you change your mind. Trust me. Not all the time, but there's going to be times where you're going to want to do something that you shouldn't, or eat something that you shouldn't be eating. And you come into the group to kind of check in, and, you know, it'll help you get past those moments, because you're going to have those moments. So making sure, like, I want to make sure that you guys complete the assignment that I sent you. Just write it down. Even if it's just a paragraph, write down what's important to you. For me, like, I went really deep with my story. So part of this is really has to do with my daughter. And I might have already shared this maybe with some of you, where, you know, at a very young age, I was told by the doctor that she was really overweight at 4. And when I was in that pediatrician office, I was hysterical crying because I knew that it had to do with what I was feeding her and what I was feeding my family and myself. And I myself was overweight at that time. You know, she's going to be 11 now. As to why I keep going. Like, I've had hard times. You know, there's been a lot of, you know, deaths in my family. There's been lots of things that have happened that could have very easily led me back to just eating for comfort, you know? And again, I'm not saying that I'm perfect. I don't have a 6-pack. I don't, you know, I'm not perfect at this, but what I do know is that I strive to always just be better. And if I make mistakes the day before, I strive to fix those and just do better. So I don't beat myself up. You know, I realize that I'm sharing this with you guys because I want you to start internalizing it. You know, understand that you will have those setbacks, and that's okay. Don't be hard on yourself. Just keep it moving, right? So it's going to be in the mindset. I'll recommend 2 books. There's one that's here. Hold on. Let me show you this one. This is actually a super easy read. And I love this book because it's actually pretty popular and it's in Target, Walmart, everywhere. And her name is Jen Sincero. It's really easy to read. And what I like about her is that she makes you feel like this particular book, it talks about childhood, and she's very kind of in your face and she curses a little bit. I think she's from New York. So if you're not into that, then you're not going to be into this book. She does kind of get a little, but I like that style. I don't know, have you guys ever heard of Gary Vee?
No.
Oh, he's another one. He's from New York. And he's really, But anyway, this is a good book. And there's another one called The Compound Effect. I have it in audio by Darren Hardy, where he also kind of teaches you every day taking those little steps on a consistent basis. And he does a little bit of the breaking down of your mindset and kind of helping you think differently about. And you can even apply this to anything in your life. Like, this is not just for like food. The compound effect, you can apply it to any aspect of your life, whatever you're trying to achieve in your life, right? But he just talks about how the daily consistency of it and those little small things that you think are insignificant actually mean a lot in order to help you achieve your goals. So I can actually just post an image in the chat or in the group, because I've recommended it before. I'll just kind of bump up the post. So those are 2 books that I recommend. I myself do a lot of, like, if you see my posts are very intentional. A lot of times I post to build myself up because I'm not having a good day, or I wake up, not the best. So a lot of my posts, they're really to help me. And in turn, it inspires other people. So a lot of the times that if I post in the group, it's because I've struggled through it, or I'm probably struggling through it myself. And I know that you girls are too. So I do try to put a lot of like motivational stuff and inspirational stuff that'll help you in the group. So one of the other things I wanted to touch up on is the commitments of the group. And I can tag you on that. Giovanni, I
think you may have.
I'm not sure about Lupe, pero the commitment to the group. So what's important, and this works, ladies. I want to share with you that I've helped hundreds of women. Like, I've helped a lot of women. Many of them did not succeed. Many of them did. And it's not that we did something wrong in the group, but it's that they weren't following the complete program. They were doing pieces of it. They were kind of maybe modifying and doing some of the things on their own. Maybe they weren't in touch with me as much as they should have been. But this all works together if you allow it and if you're open to it. Okay. So meaning, being involved in the group, drinking your shake every day, following the meal plan, and following, the program, following the calendar. All of the programs come with a calendar. Whatever program, I think did the both of you do digital access?
Yes.
I think so, yeah.
I did.
So I really strongly feel like you should both start with the 21-day fix, the actual program.
Okay.
Because it's going to build you up to then be able to do some of the other programs that are a little bit more intense. Luba, did you ever do the 21-day fix? You did, right?
Right. Yeah.
You did how many rounds?
That time they didn't have the digital access.
Okay.
They just sent you like I think it was 2 or 3 CDs.
Okay. Did you end up doing that program at all? The 21 days or the month?
The 21 days.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's have you do it again. All right. So commit to the 21 to 30 days, right? Because you'll be starting off with the cleanse. And so it's about 30 days. And then from there, let's see how you guys feel. Okay. I do want you to stick to, did you do your calculations for the caloric intake?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I think it was like, mine was like 1,732. I think it was portion plan B when I looked at the book.
Okay. I actually want you both to be in column A.
Column A? Okay.
Can we try that for a week and see how you do?
Sure.
Okay, I'll have to print mine out tomorrow and look at it.
Okay.
I did breeze through it because I did download the PDF, but I didn't get to print it out. But I will.
Okay. So the category 1 is between, it's 1,400 to 1,600 calories, I believe. Okay, so I understand that, you know, they put you in a caloric category, but when I first started on my journey, there was no 21-day fix.
Okay.
And I was just following a meal plan. And my meal plan, I started at about 180 pounds, and my meal plan was 1,500 calories, and I did really, really well on it.
Okay.
So what I tell most of my girls, at least my girls that are about under 200 pounds, to start with category 1. If you feel hungry, I just want you to increase your greens. Have an extra vegetable.
Okay.
I don't think you'll feel hungry. I mean, it's a lot of food. But you got to keep in close contact with me and let me know if you feel like, okay, especially when you start doing the workouts. When you start doing the workouts, your body tends to want to eat more.
Right.
But it'll feel hungrier. But let's both of you start in the first category, category A. And then after the first week, just come back to me and tell me how you feel. Like if you're hungry, if you felt there was, you know, that's the lowest category. So if you feel like it was too much food, I mean, the book does say that as long as you're eating a little bit from all of the containers, that it's okay if you feel like it's too much food.
Okay.
But it's really important to follow it. You have to give it a chance, okay? It's important to print out like all of the food choices and just choose what you like. That doesn't mean that you have to have all those foods. What I did is I just chose the ones that I like. I don't like all those carbs, and I'm not into like the 20 different veggies. I like 3 or 4, and that's what I stick to, and I'm good. All right. So just make sure that you do that. Also make sure that you share with your family, with your close family and friends, what you're doing. Because unfortunately, sometimes family and friends sabotage.
They're the first ones.
I don't know if they really mean to do it, or, you know, I don't know. I don't want to get into the whole mindset of that, or, you know, sometimes in a loving way, ay, come ma, you know, you're not eating enough. If you go to
That's
your
true.
sister or your abuela, whoever, ay, tú no estás comiendo, you look good just like that. And, you know, and you're like, okay, thank you, but this is what I'm doing. And, you know, so just make sure that you, like just today, my husband's asleep, so I can tell you guys. Like, we're going to Punta Cana here soon, and this man is obsessed with bread. So he will go on a Sunday morning, you know, he drops off the kids, they go to Sunday to class in the morning, and then he comes back with a thing of like French bread, like this long, because he's hungry. And I'm like, you can't do that. Like, you can't bring that bread here. Like, you know that you like it. I'm good. Like, I can smell it and I won't eat it. But, you know, so anyway, I just told him today, I'm like, just don't do that. Like, he's like, he doesn't realize it. He just goes on. He's like, oh, the kids want some bread and it smells so good. And I'm like, they're fine with just some whole grain bread. Like, you don't have to bring whole, you know. So just make sure that you talk to your family, let them know what you're doing, to your close friends, and let them know that you need their support. It's okay to say that. Like, hey, like, I really need you to support me with this. So if you ladies know that Chips Ahoy cookies are your weakness, ask, you know, Lupe, I don't know if you live alone, if you have family there, ask whoever, significant other, don't bring those around me. Because I'm going to eat them.
Luckily, I do the food shopping, so I just go behind them.
But you know what? I do the food shopping too, but somehow they end up in my house. You know, so talk to whoever supports you. Let them know that you need support, okay? Very, very important. Nutrition is literally 75% of this battle, ladies. It really, really is. And it's the hardest part. Nutrition is the hardest part. The exercising is easy. You're going to be able to exercise with no problem. You're going to love it. I can exercise till I'm blue in the face. I'm good. But it's the eating. That's the battle. And it can ruin your results big time. It really can if you're not eating right. So make a commitment to stick to the meal plan. Make a commitment to do that. And like I said, you're not going to be perfect at it. We're not striving for perfection. We're not. We're striving to break habits, right? And create new ones and to do our best. You know, so a lot of times, like, I might ask, like, on a Sunday, like in the group, in terms of like your goals for the week. And it's okay to say, I'm going to stick to the meal plan 85 to 90% of the time. Because, you know, I'll give you that 10% leeway, you know, where stuff happens, you know, but do your best. Meal prepping is important. So what I mean by meal prepping, like, the both of you work, right? Do you work Monday through Friday?
Yes.
You have weekends off?
Yes.
Okay. I would strongly suggest that on a Sunday, whether it's Sunday early, Sunday evening, it's up to you. You should do some meal prepping. So what that means exactly is just make some foods that you like, that you know will store for 2 or 3 days. Cut up your veggies. Make sure that your fruits, because these are just measuring cups. This is not Tupperware. This is where you measure your food. Buy yourself some good Tupperware. Buy yourself a good lunchbox. Did your pack come with a shaker cup? Probably did.
Yes.
Okay. So if you don't have a blender, get yourself a good blender. The shakes really taste well. They taste really good if they're blended. Make sure you have good sneakers, a good sports bra, all that good stuff. But anyway, so the meal prepping, I think people overthink it, to be honest. All you're doing is make enough foods that will hold. I know that I'm a little bit picky. I don't like to eat chicken that's like 2 days in my fridge or 2 or 3 days. You know, brown rice holds really well. You can eat that for 2 days and warm it up. Make enough for like 2 days, warm it up. Veggies, like string beans, you can make enough. Maybe some steamed vegetables. Just make enough to hold you so that you're not like going crazy, like looking to see what you're going to eat. So if you can do enough for 3 days, that's even better. Sweet potatoes. I mean, I don't know if you girls like those. You can stick them in the oven. They bake. You can eat half, with your lunch. You can just sprinkle some cinnamon and nutmeg. Those are good to go. They don't need butter. They don't need anything. I honestly am such a creature of habit. Like, I just stick to just like a handful of foods and I'm good. I don't get bored. If you get bored, then yeah, you'll have to change it up, right? Do you guys like baby carrots and like celery, hummus?
Yeah.
Some of the girls do hard boiled eggs and they'll do enough for 4 or 5 days, where that's a very easy, quick snack.
Right.
So start thinking about the food that you like, because of course I don't want you to force yourself to eat food you don't like. All right. So it has to be foods that you like.
Yeah, that's definitely one of my struggles, the finding, because I'll get bored of certain foods and I'm like, okay, now what,
Yeah.
So definitely.
The digital on demand. Do you guys want me to give you a quick tutorial, or you think you can access it?
I was able to access it.
Okay.
No, go ahead.
I wasn't able to. I know when it came up and it said, did you want to exercise now? And it came up with a whole bunch of like options. It said like starter, this, that, and then it kind of went into another screen. So I said, well, I'll figure that out later.
Okay. I can actually tag you too. I did like a live like a week or two ago where I was giving like a little mini tutorial in the group.
Okay, that's fine. And if
It's
I
up
have
to you
questions,
guys.
yeah, that's fine. If I have questions, then I can just reach out to you.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to do that.
Too.
It's actually really easy. And there is a cooking show. Autumn and her brother, Autumn is the 21-day fix girl. They have a cooking show and you guys have access to that.
Okay.
And
that's awesome.
It's really brief. Like it'll be like 5 minutes and they're showing you a recipe. And
that's good.
They show you how it fits in the containers.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really good. You guys did great with that. You seriously have to access it. There's so many tools back there. So it's teambeachbody.com. And then you log in and then you go to where it says Beachbody on Demand. Okay. And then just play with it. And there's tons of stuff back there. Okay. All right. So a few tips. No carbs past 6 o'clock.
Okay.
If you can do this, I wouldn't eat carbs for dinner. 21-day fix allows you to do it. You can do it. She does say in the book that she'd rather you not eat carbs past 6 o'clock.
Okay.
So if you're going to have dinner past 6, I wouldn't have it with the carb. If you know that's going to happen, have your carbs, your yellows, early in the day.
Mm.
All right. So
Because I don't get home till after 6 usually. By the time I get home, it's like almost 6:30, and then I eat dinner.
do you think you'll be okay with just having your carbs like for lunch or breakfast?
I think that would actually work out better, like at lunchtime, because that's like the busiest time. It's like that's usually when I'm the hungriest, I think.
Yeah. Well, I think what'll happen too is that once you, well, I know this will happen. Once you girls get on the routine of this plan, you're not going to feel hungry like that because you're going to be eating every few hours.
Mm-hmm.
So you won't feel like that hunger, you know. And if you do feel hungry, drink tea or water. A lot of times your body says it's hungry, but it's actually dehydrated.
Mm-hmm.
We should be having half of our weight in ounces in water.
Okay.
That's supposed to be the golden rule. I know it's a lot of water. I say 64 ounces minimum, but you know, try to for whatever you guys weigh, just cut it in half and convert it to ounces.
Okay.
You have to. I know it's a lot. You're gonna be peeing a lot, you know, and I know it's hard if you're at work. So, you know, just try and do your best. Okay. All right. So I feel like I spoke about everything I wanted to talk about. The water. Okay. Do you guys have questions?
Well, I haven't received my box yet. I saw that it's they sent me an email that it's shipped.
Okay.
So I think once it comes in, and then I can see what's in there and what I have to do next.
Okay.
I did have the question about that. Is it always the shake in the morning? I mean, like I'm on the road by 6:30 in the morning, and I don't get home till like 6:30 at night. So it's a long day right there. Usually what I do is I'll drive to work, and then I have a high fiber cereal. And then that kind of holds me till lunch, as usually I start getting hungry around 11 o'clock. So I'll have a quarter cup of peanuts with the sea salt. And then that keeps me till lunchtime. So I didn't know if doing the shake for dinner instead, and then having like breakfast, you know, like moving some of the containers, I guess, towards the morning part, and then having the shake at dinner time.
You can. I mean, some girls do that. I like it for breakfast, but that's because my routine is different. And I don't like it's for me, like eggs and bacon and stuff like that, like turkey bacon. Like I'd rather have it for lunch. I'm not like an eggs person in the morning, or I don't like a lot of food in the morning. So it's up to you, but you can.
Okay.
It's up to, you know, you can do that. That
works out.
Yeah, and I know that we talked about that. I mean, remember that could be something that stalls weight loss. If you're not eating enough, that stalls weight loss. So it is important to try. Even if, let's just say, you know, you have like 4 greens and you can't eat all of them in a day, because you'll probably be eating like 3 or 4 of these filled. That's going to be your vegetables for the day. So you can eat them throughout the day. You can spread them out like you want. I like to mix them in with stuff. You could even mix them in with your shake if you feel like you want to experiment with that. I love baby spinach. To me, it doesn't have a taste. The fresh baby spinach, and you can blend that. You know, it's up to you. If you feel like you don't want chocolate and spinach, then don't put it in your Shakeology. But you know, that's going to be up to you to kind of get creative. I like to mix. I eat eggs almost every day, so I'll mix the spinach with my egg whites, because I do struggle a little bit to get my greens in. So I try to come up with different ways. But yeah, so yeah, Lupe, you're gonna have to try. Will work allow you to eat every few hours? You have to sneak food, kind of.
No, usually I'm at my desk, and you know they don't mind if you're like munching on something. It's not a big deal.
Okay. I mean, carrots is good for that, like little baby carrots. I love baby carrots and hummus. I mean, to me, it's a really nice snack, and it's very filling, you know. So that answered your question, right? Yep, anytime. So remember that when you make the shake, if you add stuff to it, that's part of your containers.
Okay.
So if you're making your shakes and you add, a quarter of banana, that's one of your fruits.
I got you.
Just to watch that, okay? Like almond milk. Some of the girls love to put almond milk in their shake. Honestly, the shake tastes good to me without any milk, but if you want to add, it's totally up to you. But it's one of the containers.
Okay. So just make sure to count whatever we add.
Yeah, because I think that some people forget to do that. They're like, oh, just make my shake and let me add whatever I want. And I'm like, no, you have to count what you add to it.
So the almond milk would count as what kind of container?
I think the almond milk is considered a protein. I have to look in the book because I get confused sometimes myself, but I'm pretty sure it's a red. And I would be careful. Like, you're allowed to have skim milk and cheese, but honestly, ladies, you don't need it. I don't do dairy. I do very minimal cheese. Dairy contributes to belly fat, and your body takes a longer time to process dairy. You don't really need it. You can get the same nutrients in vegetables.
Right.
So just be careful with the dairy. I know that almond milk is not considered a dairy, but it's it's milk. It's creamy. So just be what do you call that? Like, don't drink it every day.
Yeah, I mostly like to add ice to the shake, like the crushed ice.
Yeah. I'm trying to look to see, but I'm pretty sure that it's like a red. Oh, here it goes. Protein. So Shakeology is a red protein powder. I don't see almond milk here though. I'll have to look that up. If it's not a red, then it might be a yellow. It might be a carb. Sometimes there's certain foods that fall in between, like steel cut oats is oatmeal. It's a carb, but it's very, very high in protein. So the book just kind of gives you an idea because there are some foods that fall more on the carb side as opposed to the protein. Like even lentils. Lentils are actually both. Lentils are protein, and here she has them as a carb.
Okay.
And I love my lentils, but I gotta watch it. So anyway, yeah, I don't even see it here, but it's in here. We just have to look. It's probably under drinks, beverages. So you guys, do you have any other questions? I'll find it.
Not right now.
Not really. You've been pretty clear and helpful with everything, like just understanding.
Really detailed.
Yes.
Yes, because you know what I want from you girls? Transformations. That's what I want from you girls, and you can do it. Yeah, I'll have to find that. I guess it's a yellow. I don't know. That's interesting.
Gave you some homework.
I can't even. I don't know where it is right now. I mean, but there's a lot of Shakeology recipes. This book is really the meal plan that comes with it. A lot of recipes in there too. Also, if you want, like Giovanni, you said that you get a little bored. There's an actual cookbook called Fixate. Okay. That's on the website.
I could probably use that.
Yeah. So, in addition to the cooking show, I mean, there's not going to be tons of recipes on there. But
right.
The Fixate cookbook is really good.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me show it to you real quick. It's right here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, because I don't want you guys to get like bored or or feel like you don't know what to cook or because that's the biggest part of it is nutrition. So just it's like $20. Okay. Yeah, and it's on the website.
Definitely worth it.
Beachbody.com. I think it's worth it because she breaks everything down, and there's some really delicious recipes in here, like chili, pancakes, seriously. There's some really pizza. Hello.
That's good.
So, alrighty.
Yeah. So tomorrow I start my cleanse. So just to review, make sure I'm on. So I'll have my tea in the morning with a shake, right?
Yep.
So should I the tea first?
You know, the girls do it differently. But what I recommend is wake up to some green tea.
Okay.
What time do you have to go to work?
I'm usually up by 6:30.
Okay. So what I suggest is try to eat every 2 hours with this cleanse.
Okay.
So green tea, then you can have your shake probably at around 8:30, 9. Then you can have a fruit.
Okay.
Then I believe you can have another green tea, 2 green teas.
Okay.
Then a shake for lunch. If you feel really hungry, I don't want you to feel bad. Just eat another fruit. I know the cleanse has 1 fruit, but if anything, eat a fruit that's low on the glycemic index. So low sugar, like berries, pears.
Okay.
There's certain fruits, even fruits we have to watch out for that are high on that sugar index.
Okay.
You know, so if you have to eat a second fruit, just do it.
Okay.
And then I would suggest having your third shake at around 4 or 5 o'clock, and then have your dinner. That's how I did it, and I you know, it worked well for me. It's a hard cleanse though, ladies. It's a challenge.
Okay.
That was really hard.
But you can do it. I've done it a few times. Because you're getting detox off of. I don't know if you drink coffee, but caffeine and sugar.
Yeah, I usually have coffee in the morning, but just once a day, so I should be okay.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And then the shake replaces a lot of that too. The shake will actually make you feel good.
Okay.
Like it'll cut some of that. Like you might not even feel like you missed the coffee. You might feel a little tired because you won't be having those sugars in your system. Like, but just let us know. You're gonna start tomorrow?
Yes.
Okay, so take a picture of the cleanse of the scale tonight.
Okay.
And then tomorrow, just post in the group. I'm starting my cleanse today.
Okay.
Make sure it's a nice, clear picture.
Okay.
Drink a lot of water. If you feel hungry, you have to drink a lot of water. It's worth it. I've had girls lose 10 pounds in 3 days. I've had some lose 8. The average is like 4 or 5.
Okay.
That's average, but there are some girls who lose more.
And that's still good.
Yeah, 4 or 5 pounds is still pretty good in like 3 days. And you're not going to feel hungry like that. You might feel sick, but it's more because of like caffeine or sugar detox. If you feel lightheaded or headache or anything, please let me know. And if you have to stop it, just stop it.
Okay.
I don't want you to have a bad, a bad experience with it. So just
definitely.
And we'll just get you started on the program.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Exciting.
Yay.
So take your pictures too, ladies.
Oh yeah.
Important. Front, back, side. Let's try and have someone take the picture of you. And try for it to be, if you don't want to do a sports bra, and these pictures don't have to go anywhere, ladies. These are pictures. This is what happens with pictures. A lot of women hesitate to take those first day pictures. But let me tell you what happens. When you take them and you compare your 30-day and you think that you didn't get a whole lot of results, when you see those pictures, you will see results. And that's going to keep you motivated to keep going. Okay? So I don't like to pressure anybody to put them in the group or anything. That's up to you. The group is private. If you want to just send them to me, that's fine. But you got to take them. If you want to keep them for yourself, that's fine too. But somebody has to take those pictures of you.
Okay.
So make sure that it's in a nicely, lit room. I prefer shorts or workout pants with a sports bra or at least a tight tank top. But the more that we can see your figure, the better.
Okay.
Okay. So front, side, back.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're going to take them again at 30 days.
Okay. And then we do our measurements also, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Measurements are pretty easy. I mean, do you feel like you guys can do that? I know I sent you like a document that you
to write them in.
It kind of teaches you, but do you think you can? I mean, you don't really have to measure every single part of your body.
Right.
Most important is like chest, waist, and like hips.
Okay.
If you want to do your arms, you know, like I know for me personally, I gain weight in my arms.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my first sign of that I've gained a few pounds. So, you know, I would say to measure your arms, but, you know, it's up to you.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Thank you. This was very helpful.
Okay.
Definitely.
You're very welcome. So I'm excited. And Lupe, just let us know when you receive everything, get you started.
I'm pretty sure probably get it on Saturday because they said they was shipping it yesterday. So
Oh, yeah. So you might even get it tomorrow.
yeah, maybe tomorrow.
Tomorrow, Saturday. Yeah. Okay. All righty.
All right,
All
All
great.
right.
Well, have a good night.
You too. Have a good night.
And thanks again.
Bye.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.